What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over ranking our top 10 defensive linemen in college football 25 Ultimate Team, ranking them from 10 all the way up to number 1, and our top overall defensive lineman in the game. Now, as we do dive into this thing today, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. Really do appreciate all of the recent support on the channel. You guys have been going absolutely crazy. So we're going to start off at number 10 with Javon Curse. Only a 90 overall, but don't let that fool you guys. Javon Curse is an absolute stud on this game and can play at the very, very highest level. Where do you want to start? 88 speed, 87 acceleration. Really good tackler, solid change of direction, 6'5". There's really no flaws in Javon Curse whatsoever. The card plays great defense for you guys, has good block shed, can get after the quarterback, just does everything at a really solid level on this game. At my number 9, we're plugging in not Tyleik Williams. I'm not a fan of him, but Quinnen Williams. When I play against this card, he is so annoying. When I use this card, he's an absolute beast. He's got 91 block shed. He gets after the quarterback with the 91 power move. Like I said, there's just no flaws with Quinnen Williams. The card does everything at such an elite level on this game. The card is an absolute problem. And if you want to hype up the other defensive tackles, some of the LTDs, those type of guys, do what you guys ultimately have to do. But I'm telling you right now, do not sleep on Quinnen Williams. He's my favorite, not my favorite, but one of my favorite defensive tackles on in the entire game. And I just realized I forgot this card as well. So I'm going to talk about him right now in Walter Nolan. Sub him right in there with Quinnen Williams. These cards are, in my opinion, about the exact same level of a player. It really comes down to what you personally want more. Walter Nolan's going to be a little bit faster. Quinnen Williams maybe has slightly better power move. It's close. Both these cards are deserving of being in the top 10, and I honestly like both of them at number 9. At my number 8, a very affordable card to your right end, Dylan Stewart. I know I've gassed this card a little bit, maybe too much for some of your guys' liking, but I'm telling you right now, Dylan Stewart is a stud on this game. 89 speed, 89 acceleration, good change of direction, gets after the quarterback, 91 block shed. There's just no flaws in this card whatsoever. When you talk about some of the best ends in the game, Dylan Stewart has to be mentioned so often because, again, he is so elite on this game. And some people might want to, hate on what Dylan Stewart does, but it's hard to because there are no flaws in this card whatsoever. In my opinion, one of the best ends we do have in this game and is super affordable. Card I like slightly more probably is Jack Sawyer, but even Jack Sawyer compared to Dylan Stewart, the difference is so small. I can't really, differentiate who's better because both cards are incredibly good. The one thing Jack Sawyer has a better of is tackling. He's going to tackle just slightly better than Dylan Stewart. But both cards are extremely good in this game. And honestly, both are super affordable as well. So don't think like you can't get one or the other. You can honestly pick up both of them, and they play the run well. They get after the quarterback well. There's just nothing that these cards can't do. With Jack Sawyer, with Dylan Stewart, both cards are cards that if you don't have, let's say, the most coins in the game, that's fine. Pick up these two. They will lead you to so much success. At my number 6, we're plugging in TJ Parker. Now, here's a card that, in my opinion, is very slightly better than a guy like Jack Sawyer and Dylan Stewart. But the difference in price is crazy. I mean, 20,000 extra coins for TJ Parker, to me, does not make a whole lot of sense. And I don't hate TJ Parker. I actually kind of like the card. Gets after the quarterback incredibly well, but you cannot tell me he's that much better than Jack Sawyer. I don't believe it whatsoever. Sure, the card is extremely good. He can help you out, and honestly, throw him right in there into the defensive end rotation, absolutely. But I do not think TJ Parker is worth the extra spending over Jack Sawyer or Dylan Stewart. I do think the card is slightly better, but definitely not worth it. Next up, we do have a defensive tackle, Tim Keenan III. Here's the situation. The 94 block shed is crazy on this card. I don't want to sit up here and hype this card up too much over even a guy like Quinnen Williams. But the fact of the situation is, if you have the 94 block shed, nobody's going to be able to run the ball against this card. His block shed's crazy. If you land a hit stick, 95 hit power is crazy. 94 tackling, still can get after the quarterback as well. If you do run the Alabama team chemistry, this card's perfect. I personally don't. I don't pick this card up. He's way overpriced, but the card is absolutely a beast. Coming in at my number 4, Aiden Hubbard. I don't know how this card is so expensive considering he's only a 92 overall, but maybe it's because people realize that this card is the best left end maybe in the entire game. 89 speed, 90 acceleration, 85 change of direction, gets after the quarterback with the best of them, 92 block shed. And the thing about it is, if you upgrade him, he becomes even better. You upgrade him, he gets the 94 power move. You upgrade him, his tackling, hit power goes up as well. You don't need to upgrade him though. Aiden Hubbard by himself, without any upgrades, is, in my opinion, one of the best left ends in the game. I'm going to wait till next Friday where I think his price will go down immensely and target picking that card up. Just an absolute stud of a left end on this game. Coming in at my number 3, a card that has been out a while, but is still really good, is James Pierce Jr. Now, the difference between James Pierce Jr. and a lot of the other cards that I'm talking about on this list is James Pierce Jr. is insanely expensive and he does have silver quick jump. So he's going to get after the quarterback better than any other card on this list. However, I do think there are some cards that are better than James Pierce Jr. at this stage. I got this card in, what was it, Season 1? It's crazy that this card came out in Season 1. And he still is a top, 3 end in the entire game. Top 3 defensive lineman in the entire game. If you've got this card, you've got probably the second best defensive end in the entire game. Coming in at my number 2 is Bear Alexander. If you compare him at the defensive tackle position to the rest of the defensive tackle cards, it's not even close. Bear Alexander is by far and away the most complete defensive tackle in the game. Again, it's not even close. This card is an absolute stud. Good speed, good acceleration, gets after the quarterback, 91 block shed, even has good change of direction. This card is your best defensive tackle in the entire game by a wide margin. Again, I don't even think it's particularly close. If people are running Tim Keenan over this card, it just does not make sense to me. How does it make sense to you? This card gets after the quarterback with the best one. Great speed, good acceleration, good change of direction, and his block shed's fantastic as well. There's nothing Bear Alexander can't do on the field. To me, he is absolutely 100% your best defensive tackle in the entire game. The problem is he's not the best defensive lineman in the game because that is Nick Bosa. There is no more complete card in the game than Nick Bosa on the defensive line. There's just not. 89 speed, 93 acceleration, 85 change of direction, 95 strength, 95 power move, great block shed. The problem with Nick Bosa is this. I don't think he's worth 800,000 coins. And so for me, when I'm looking at where the market's at right now, and Nick Bosa is, the cheapest up right now, up right now on Xbox is 1.3 million coins. He is not worth that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to try to sell him for 1.2 million coins and see if he sells. Yes, I like Nick Bosa. Yes, he is my best defensive lineman. But the fact of the matter, the fact of the situation is this. He is absolutely not worth 1 million coins in this game. He's just not, and I like what Bosa does provide for me. I actually have so much success with the card. He is the best defensive lineman in the game by a wide margin. But to pay 1.2 million coins for this card, it just does not seem realistic for me. So that's why I'm personally, as I'm recording this video, going to list my Nick Bosa up on the auction house because I like the card, but he is not worth that many coins at this stage. So that's going to wrap it up for my top 10 defensive linemen in the entire game. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Who is I too high on? Who is I too low on? Who did I leave off the list that you guys would have included? At the end of the day, some of the best values are Bear Alexander, TJ Parker, Jack Sawyer, Quinnen Williams, those type of guys. Because even a guy like James Pierce Jr., I like him, but I do not think he's worth the amount of coins he's going for. So hopefully this video can help you guys out when it comes down to building your specific defensive line. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.